Good morning. This is Bill from Europa, Naples, and today I do have this stunning Bentley, but I've also got some lunatic pilot who's just doing circles over the house. Now, call me paranoid. I think there's kind of a noise, conspiracy against me, but I mean, how do I avoid thinking that when I've got this ridiculous airplane about 300 feet off the ground doing circles directly over the house I'm filming at? It's enough to make me want to, well, I won't say it, but it's bad, and I wish he would stop so we could get going. Man, I tell you, I'm just freaking out these days. And it doesn't matter. Here's the car. Hopefully you can hear me over the din of those props. This is a 2008 Bentley Flying Spur. Absolutely stunning car. Gorgeous, gorgeous in every way. No compromises given. That's the point of this thing. It takes, what is already an incredible market segment and just adds about another $100 grand worth of great stuff on top of it, including a 12-cylinder twin-turbocharged engine underneath the hood, putting out more than 550 horsepower. It pushes this thing to just about 200 miles per hour. Absolutely incredible figure. Loads of horsepower, loads of torque, and incredible styling to go with it. It also handles, it really harkens back to the days when Bentley was all about racing and, not just about luxury. And of course, there's more to the Bentley story. Look at him. There he is. He's still doing it. Oh, thank God he's banking the other way. All right. I'm unsettled, but I'm going to keep going. So, what was I saying about Bentley? Yeah, for many years, before they were bought out by Volkswagen in '99, Bentley built these sort of absolutely incredible cars, super high price tags that were just pretty much terrible. Imagine taking a town car, making it unreliable and putting the finest equipment in it. And that's what, these cars were. I know there's some guys out there who are going to beat me up for that, but it's true. And anyway, when they were bought by these behemoths, the VWs, the BMWs of the world, they became something. They became reliable, which is one thing. And beautifully, they were able to retain some of the incredible elegance and exclusivity that made these such incredible cars for so many decades. Anyway, have a look at this thing. It's finished in Moonbeam outside, terrific color. I believe it's Moonbeam. Bentley has like 50, 60 different colors inside and out that you might, have, and it's hard to keep track of them, but that's what I think it is. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. There's no sort of weird folds or flaps, just really beautiful, proper styling all around. Look at those gorgeous 20-inch wheels with the three-piece design. Very nice, twice pipes down at the bottom, sort of subtly designed. You can see it's got the backup sensors there, the classic B emblem on the trunk. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous car to look at, and even more fun to drive or be driven in. And let's have a look inside the trunk. We're going to start there. God, that airplane pissed me off. All right, so I just pressed the B. I've got the key in my pocket because we've got keyless entry. And there it is. Look at these incredible sheepskin floor mats. That's, I'm sure that was more than a $40 option in this car. This is a native charging device there. So if you're one of those guys who has 15 cars, you can connect this to a trickle charger. It'll always be ready for you. And of course, you've got tons of room and plenty of place to put your stuff. I don't know, what do Bentley people bring with them? Polo picnic baskets and, that sort of thing. I guess, they're going to be maybe some sort of case of caviar or proper champagne for the country estate. So all that can go in there. And there's boot close. We're going to close the boot. And there it goes. Now, if you buy this car and you're American, you're not allowed to call it a boot. So please don't do that. Let's have a look under the hood. The way those doors close. That beautiful mesh grill, absolutely gorgeous. You lift up and that B emerges here. So you can, I got to do this two-handed. So pull up on that B. Made that look easy. And up comes the hood. So there's Volkswagen, Bentley, you know, German makers, W12 twin turbo, again, about 550 plus horsepower. It's an absolutely incredible motor in this car. It's smooth, it's absolutely whisper quiet, and when you hammer it, it just explodes. And again, it'll push this thing up almost, maybe even beyond 200 miles an hour. Just an incredible performance figure from a car this size. All right, let's have a look inside. Now again, we do have a keyless exit entry start system, so you can lock it by pressing that little guy. You see it flashes on the door. Open it just by putting your hand on it, and there it is. So you see that it knows who's getting in, so it adjusts the seat accordingly. This thing has all key specific settings, so I'm going to move that back to where I like it. And of course we can, well, when you buy the thing, you can set the seats to wherever you want them. Now this has a stunning wood package inside. You can see the beautiful inlaid wood there in the door panels, the dashboard, the steering wheel. You know, what separates this car from kind of these high-end German Q-ships like the S-Class or 7 Series is the detail of craftsmanship and the materials. You know, all this stuff is metal. All the knobs are knurled metal there. It's very different from, you know, even the high-end S-Class, which uses fantastic materials. But this steering wheel takes like 8 hours to make. It's all hand-stitched, handcrafted. It just goes above and beyond what, you know, those companies can do without getting a 200 grand price tag. And that's part of what makes these cars so special. I always hear guys saying, you know, okay, you know, God, I can afford the car, but can I afford to maintain it? Well, for one thing, you know, the price of maintenance on this car is really a feature. I mean, it's part of what makes it exclusive. But beyond that, not only are they pretty reliable cars, but as long as you don't go to Bentley and, you know, go to the service department and hand your wallet over with your head hung low and get one of their free espressos with the lemon twist, you know, an average guy can maintain this car. He just has to find the right technician, you know, the right people to look after it for him, who aren't going to take him to the cleaners. And, you know, you can have an incredible vehicle, you know, sort of keeping it on the cheap. Just don't tell anyone. So again, look at the fit and finish here, the materials, the brushed aluminum, magic fingers, very, very nice, massage seats, you know, many adjustments on that. This is all covered leather. You know, it just is above and beyond what you see on anything else. These are all, you know, metal switches, absolutely gorgeous. Let's hop in and fire this thing up. Do that, we hit our foot on the brakes, and that, oh God, the sound that 12 makes when it fires to life. It just spools up. It is the loveliest, loveliest sound. And there's this menacing rumble coming from under there. Not too loud, but just perfect. You know there's some beef under the hood of this car. All right, we have a very classically styled instrument cluster there. You've got your 4 gauges that you need, your speedo, your tach, your temp, and your fuel. Of course, a driver information system there for anything else. Just 59,000 on the clock of this. There's some nice options on this car, even for a Bentley. It does have the soft closed doors, so it pulls those in. It's got the paddle shifters, very, very nice. You've got a multi-function steering wheel. Over here you've got, you know, typical German stuff with their controls. You know, I get it, it's British. You know, this is all British. This is all British and beautiful. This is German. There's a lot of knobs and buttons and, you know, indecipherable hieroglyphics. There you can see we've got our navigation. Nice, nice. You've got a backup camera on this thing. Lovely. You'll be able to see yourself backing in. It does have satellite radio. And very nicely, it also has Bluetooth, so all that can be set up properly. I won't say it's super intuitive, but, you know, a couple of days with it, and you're going to figure it out just fine. Beautiful leather and brushed aluminum shifter there, absolutely gorgeous. Not only can you use the paddles, but you can shift Tiptronically that way. It's got an electronic e-brake there, of course, your mirror switch. Here's your start-stop. These are hot and cool seats, so these are ventilated and cooled, nice, driver and passenger. This changes your suspension settings. There you can see we can roll through comfort, sport, whatever you like. I'm rolling over to comfort. I think that's what we're going to go with this morning. I feel the need for comfort. In the back, you've got a sunscreen. Lovely, comes up. Beautiful, again, styling up here with the overhead console. Again, all this is metal. It's just lovely. You can run your sunroof back there. All of this is hand-stitched leather, and again, that's why these things have $200,000 price tags. You know, like the S65 Mercedes is, you know, it's actually a little bit quicker than this car, although it's governed to 155. So a Sheik in his Bentley can just, you know, boil right past the other Sheik in his S. But they can't get into all that. It's just more than they could get into and keep the car at a reasonable price. Down here, you've got places to put stuff. Look at that. We've got an internal Bentley phone. Oh, nice. Look at that. Under here, we've got, what do we got? Yeah, a little compartment. You got drink holder, such. Nice. Again, all the styling and craftsmanship is just absolutely incredible in this car. Over here, the two-tone leather, you know, in the glove box. You got some books. You got your CD changer and nav disc. But the fit and finish is just beyond what most normal cars have. Now let me hop out for a quick second, because I should have shown you the back seat of this car. Look at this, even this style. Everything's just so beautifully styled. All right, here in the back, you can see you're probably not going to have to worry too much about footroom. It's got plenty of that, plenty of leg room there. Again, the beautifully styled door panels. These are also heated and ventilated. You got a Bentley logo in this little center console thing. Let's see there, you got places to put stuff and little cup holders there. Very nice. There's also a trunk pass-through. Does have rear air conditioning, so when you're in limousine mode, you'll be very happy to sit back there and comfortable. You got another little overhead console there. And again, magic finger, so rear massage seats. Kids will love that. Let's hop in and go for a spin. So what I can't do is drive this thing the way I'd like to, which would mean a 200-mile-an-hour blast through the city of Naples. I can, however, take a nice leisurely cruise to work. So let's do that. Now, inside the cabin, as you can imagine, it is silent. There's just a hint of that giant, you know, W12 under the hood. And very little road noise, no wind noise. You know, you could hear a pin drop in this thing. You'll be sipping champagne in the back seat and speaking in hushed whispers, and you'll be able to hear each other just fine. Oh, God, it's so nice to hear that noise under the hood, though. All right, so the ride is incredible. I mean, what else could it be? I mean, there's just, again, nothing else like it. And when you hammer it, it is going to pull very violently. I shouldn't say violently, because it isn't going to throw your head back. It is going to accelerate to 60 in well under 5 seconds and really give you an incredible feeling of speed, while at the same time feeling very stable and pampered. It also handles the skid pad at like 0.87 or something. I mean, you know, we're talking like almost Corvette levels, the way this thing grips the road. It is just an absolute feat of engineering. You know, it is really sort of as good a car as the Germans and the British can make in unison. And I think that's a nice thing. You know, after all those world wars and stuff, it's nice that these people got together to build a good car. So anyway, there it is. You've got a 2008 Bentley Flying Spur sedan, absolutely gorgeous, great options on the car, and what pretty much already has a good standard equipment list, I might add. And it's just an incredible piece in every way. No matter what you want, if what you want is excess done to perfection, then you got it. It's got speed, it's got luxury, it's got everything you could ever want in a car, and more, except for a hatchback. It doesn't have that. So if you want a hatchback, you're out on luck. But anyway, if you have an interest, give us a call, 239-649-7300, on the web at mercedesexpert.com. Thank you so much for having a look today. We appreciate it. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.